If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, in continuation with our last class, what we are discussing. So let's continue. So we will start from page number 26. And here you can say we have taken a small numerical on PSM TSM setting. This is your first numerical. As you can see here from page number 26 we are starting. Determine the time of operation of a 5 ampere 3 second overcurrent relay. Rating of current setting is 125%. TSM of 0.6 is connected to a circuit through a CT rating is 400 by 5. When the circuit carries a fault current of 4000 ampere, use the following table. So here time is given. This is for TMS equal to 1. TMS 1 means full revolution. If the disc is allowed to rotate full, so for a PSM of 2, what is PSM? PSM represents the severity of the fault current. If I say PSM 2, that means my fault current is twice the setting, plug setting, twice the threshold value what I have set. It is double that one. That much fault is going, and if that fault goes, that current goes, then to take full revolution it will take 9 seconds. If the current is 4 times, then obviously time taken will be less because it will be very fast enough, very speed. 5 will increase, so the speed will increase. So here if you can start with what is 125%. 125% is plug setting, that is current setting, that is the threshold value. So if they say it is 125%, that means you think that 125% of its CT secondary current. What was the CT secondary current? That's 125% is given as CT setting. So you can say, and what is the rated CT secondary current? It is 400 by 5, so 5. So what will be the pickup current? The setting is 125%. So only 125% means 125% of that secondary current, that is 5 ampere. So it will be 6.25 ampere. Now what is the fault current? If I calculate, let me zoom it a little bit more. Now what is the fault current? Fault current in the relay is this one. 4000 into CT ratio 400 by 5, which is the fault current. Fault current is 50 ampere. So what is PSM? Your fault current divided by what set value you have given, 6.25. So your PSM is 8. Means your fault current is 8 times than your current setting. Your setting was up to 6.25. Anything above 6.25 will be treated as a fault and your relay should trip, but it is 50 ampere flowing now, so it is 8 times your that one. So for 8 times there is a given relation. For if the PSM is 8, then the time taken will be 3.5 seconds. But that 3.5 seconds is for full revolution, if you allow it to rotate full revolution. But we have given TMS of time setting multiplier, TSM of, I have written time multiplier setting or time setting multiplier. TSM of 0.6 in the given. It is given in the question 0.6. So for full revolution it is 3.5. For 0.6 revolution, that is 60%. It will not rotate full, it will rotate a 60%, not full. It will rotate half or more than little bit of half, that is 60%. So it will be 2.1 second. So once this is done, similar approach type question, this one second. The second question, there are two relay, a little bit of primary backup coordination it is. Suppose from this side the power is flowing. This is your generator side, suppose. There is a generator and the power is flowing on this direction. So what is given? In the figure given below, relay R1 and R2 are set on 100% and 155% of plug setting. R1 is on 100%. That is whatever its CT secondary current, that is its threshold value. And for second one, the 150% of CT secondary current will be the threshold. Determine the time of operation for both the relay when the time rating margin of 0.6 second is given. 0.67 given time margin means the difference between the primary and backup operation is 0.6. There should be a margin of 0.6 second, so that after that the primary should trip. That is given. And TSM for relay 1 is 0.2. Also find the TSM of the relay R2 in the following table. So your primary is here R1 and secondary is here R2. Backup is here R2. This is your primary protection, this is your backup protection. This is backup, this is primary. So backup and primary, there should be a time margin of 0.6 second. They have given. So this is a table that they have given. Here you can use this table, and the ratio is also given. R1, R2, this ratio 200:1, 200:1 is given. So let's start from R1. Let us see what is the time taken by R1 to trip, and then we will add to that 0.6 second to get the time of operation for R2, because the time margin of 0.6 second they have asked. So you see the R1, the fault current of the CT secondary is, your fault current was 3000 ampere, ratio is 200:1, so its fault current is 15 ampere. What is the pickup current for secondary? It is 100% of 1, that is 1. So what will be PSM? PSM will be your fault current divided by current CT, 15 by 1, which is equal to 15. Now corresponding time from the table, if you see for PSM 15 in the table, the time is 2.2 for full revolution again. But the operating time of T1 will be, because the TSM is here 0.2, so it will be 2.2 into 0.2, that is 0.44 second. So what should be the operating time for T2? The second one, there should be a time margin of 0.6 second. So we will add 0.8, 0.6 with this one. So the time taken for T2 should be 1.04 second. That is the margin they have given. Generally 0.6 means 0.5 for circuit breaker, 0.5 for reliable margin. We will see detail numerical on this one also. Now R2 is the fault current. Now to find the fault current in the secondary of the CT again, for R2, for backup, it is again 3000, 200:1 ratio. So the current is here also 15 ampere. What is plug setting here? It is 150% of 1, so it is here 1.5 ampere. So here PSM will be equal to 10, because your setting is 1.5 and your fault current is 15, so it is 15 by 0.5. Now again from the table, if you calculate the corresponding time for this PSM, for this backup relay R2, it is 2.8 second. But how much time you need? You need 1.04, not 2.8. So your TSM, how much TSM will be? This is your, what is the formula? Actual time of operation is equal to 2.8 multiplied by TSM. 2.8 is full into TSM. So TSM will be actual of relay time of operation. This is actual time 1.04 that we have calculated earlier. Actual relay time is equal to TSM multiplied by this. So from here you can calculate your TSM should be this times multiplier setting, or time setting multiplier, that should be at 0.37. Now one numerical I have taken extra, because I thought these earlier numericals was quite simple enough to understand the actual phenomena that occurs in the primary relay backup coordination. Now if you can go through this numerical, then you will have the clear idea how every CT rating, how CT ratios are considered, how plug settings are considered. Everything will be cleared. Why DTOC, why to use DTOC relay, why to use IDMT relay, what is time graded system, what is current graded system, what is mix of this time and current graded system. You will understand all this. So let's solve this numerical. So before I will be solving it in my copy, but before solving it, let's discuss something about this numerical. What is given here? A source is given, and 3 buses A, B, C are given. Each buses there are some load. How much load is connected? This much current is flowing through that buses. This is the tail end of the bus, and so if there is any fault here, this will be your primary, this will be your backup. 2 relays are there, and different fault currents. What will be the fault current? If there is a fault in A bus, what will be fault current? If there is a fault in B, what will be the fault current? If there is a fault in C, what will be the fault current? What are the various types of fault? All this has been done by using fault calculations. So for your syllabus, for this syllabus, I have already done the symmetrical fault analysis. In future also you will learn unsymmetrical fault analysis. So for now you think that all the fault analysis has been done, and all the fault currents has been calculated for each positions, and they have found what should be the maximum fault, what is the minimum fault at each position, for depending on fault type and fault location, what will be the maximum fault current that can come here, and what will be the minimum fault current that can come here. So obviously maximum will be a short circuit, dead short circuit at here itself, that will be maximum, and minimum will be a LG fault at the farthest part. So if you do this one, this is given to you, this analysis. So this analysis comes from where? This analysis comes from fault analysis. So bus A maximum, minimum fault current, maximum fault current, what will be the bus B, what will be the bus C. So all these fault currents are given. Obviously in the nearby buses the fault currents will be maximum, because if the fault is very near then your impedance is very low, so fault current will be very high. As you go to buses which are far from your source, your fault current is reducing. You can see your maximum fault current or minimum fault current, that is reducing. So what is the question? Perform relay coordination with DTOC relay. So first we will do it with DTOC relay, that is definite time over current. Then we will do it the same numerical with IDMT relay. So we will have a better understanding the relation between these two. Find CT ratio, plug setting, time setting to prevent. Sorry, it is written to prive. So prevent, it should be prevent, correct it. So it is prevent, P-R-E-V-E-N-T, prevent. To prevent the entire feeder for overcurrent protection. You want to protect the entire feeder from overcurrent concept using DTOC relay. So let's understand some phenomena for some algorithm, some flow chart, how we will proceed to solve this type of problems. So that's why I have given some statements here. So this is the procedure we have to, if you see a question something like this of primary relay coordination, if I am doing from the scratch, from the beginning, then I have to see all these points. What are the points? Relay RB is the primary for the BC, RA is its backup. We have seen for BC, B is the primary and A will be its backup. A is primary for AB and there is no backup for AB section. CT secondary current is standardized at 5 ampere or 1 ampere, that we know. Hence for protection CT ratio. So when we will be dealing with CT ratio, because my secondary is fixed at 5 or 1 ampere, it is standard. So the ratio will be depending on the on the primary current. Secondary current is fixed. So what is the ratio? This primary secondary, this ratio is the secondary by primary or primary by secondary. This is ratio. So if this is fixed, then for ratio, what is variable? Primary current is variable. So we need to know what is the primary current flowing through it, so that we can calculate what should be the CT ratio for this problem. Now it depends on primary current, which in turns, what is the primary current now depends? It is the now maximum current, maximum load current that flows through it. With some overload, obviously we will give that the CT should carry. In the normal condition, what is the maximum load it should carry, and with some overload for giving some margin. Suppose for any small reason there is a sudden change in load, little bit, someone is drawing a little bit extra, so that overload has been given. So your relay should distinguish between the maximum load current with some overload and minimum fault current. This is the main point. So what should be my threshold value? My threshold value should be in between these two. There should be minimum fault current and your maximum load current plus some overload. So relay, the pickup value should be in between these two. Suppose maximum load current is 5 ampere and I am giving a overload capacity of 2 ampere. So this is 7 ampere. So my pickup current should be more than 7. Suppose minimum fault current is 10 ampere. So I will set somewhere at near about 8 ampere, which is safe for me. So it is less than my minimum fault current. It is also less than my maximum load plus some overload. So this overload provides some margin of safety. Margin of safety. Now plug setting should be so that this above inequality, this should be true. According to that, we will give the threshold value, set point for current. Now for time setting, what should be my philosophy? This was my philosophy. We have already started in primary backup coordination. The backup relay operating time, that should be more than the primary relay plus circuit breaker operation time, entire time. So this is the actually time of margin that was given in the earlier question, 0.6 second. So now generally some overshoot time. Now here also we put some overshoot time in the primary, which is also allowed for coordination. Not only this, we will put some extra overshoot time also. Why? Overshoot time is the time. Now suppose you relay touch the tripping contact and your circuit breaker has done the job and it's trip. When it hits the trip contact, it will give the signal to circuit breaker. Circuit breaker has tripped it in 0.5 second. So no current is there, no force is there. But there is a moment of inertia because it is going in a direction. So it will try to continue to in this direction for some time. Then only the spring will bring it back. So to give some safety margin, so we consider this inertia also. That is known as overshoot. So we will put some current time, suppose of 0.1 second. In addition to that, to your circuit breaker operation time, so that the operating coil is de-energized due to the, it will take some time to de-energize due to the moment of inertia. Now it was the case for electromechanical. Now in numerical relay, what is the need? Because now it is programming based, so what is the need? But still we are allowing it numerical relay also for providing additional reliability margin. That will provide some reliability margin so that the coordination between backup and primary should be working successfully, because we don't want to trip unnecessary the lines. We have to be very selective. So the coordination exercise, from where you will start, we will start from the tail end section at the farthest end, because there is no constant of selectivity. Because if you see the last end is C, so for the BC section, we will start from BC section, that relay RB, because there is no further downward relay. RB is not constant to be selective. There is, it is not the BC, last section is not backup for any other section, because it is the last section. So anything beyond that can't happen. So this is the last section. So there is no questions of selectivity there. There is no further downstream relay. So you will start from the tail end. So this problem will solve in the next class. We will start. I will be doing it in my own hand. Then I will give you in the note. You will see how we will proceed step by step. So okay, for now, that's it. We will continue the same from here in the next class.